I want to show you something that I have used all my life for 50 years. This is what I call a beading tool. And what it is, it's a screw in a block of wood. And it actually is multi-purpose, really, in that you can use this as a beading tool. So you put this onto your piece of wood and pull up here. And I'll be showing you how this works, but you round off this corner and you have a bead on the edge of a piece of wood. Or you can just simply use one portion of it with a single pull as a marking gauge. So I'm going to show you how to make one of these. I just have a block of wood and I can give you the sizes. This one is 2 1/4 by 3 1/4 by 1 1/4 thick. Just go from corner to corner just to get the center of your block. Like that. And then you can just simply round these corners just about to any shape you like, because your hand will adapt to this shape and it doesn't have to be perfectly symmetrical. Slit this. Oh, there's one thing before we get to that point. I want to drill a hole in here that's going to receive the screw shank. So I've picked the size of my bit so that the threads can be seen on either side of the drill bit, so that the threads bite into the hole that I drill. If I just stand this up here, yes, I might drill this perfectly 90 degrees in both directions, but there are no guarantees. And I need this hole to be square through so that the level of the head is parallel to the surface of the piece of wood. So what I do is, just to make sure that I'm guaranteed, I just make a square wall here. This doesn't have to be square here. And the same on this edge here. Any distance in will work. I'm going 1/2 inch in from that edge. Square into this face here, like that. So I'm going to saw down this one and this one, and I want this to, the reason I did the knife walls was to guarantee that my saw is dead square. So saw down like that. See, down this face too. So you normally would just chisel into this, just to give you a little bit of a step down. Rub the saw right up against the knife wall, and that is dead square. So what we're after really, I just wanted this internal corner to be dead square in both directions. That way, when I take my drill bit, put it on the hole like this, and then I want to drill this, I'm going to put this in the vise just for safety, stop it from slipping and turning. And now I can stand this piece of wood on here, like this, put the drill bit right into the hole, start it, and then slide this in so it hits the bottom, and then I pull the top over. And that guarantees that I'm square to the edge. I'm going to open this up a little bit, give it a bit of a taper here to receive the screw. This screw then goes into this edge. Now I've used what they call a slotted head in the screw, because the cross heads don't work as well. You don't have the groove that works as the cutter. So I'm going to go all the way down here until I'm almost level with the surface of the wood, like that. So I'm just barely protruding, just a little bit more, like that. So now it's level, and then I can take a file on here and file that, because that gives me a cutting edge on the surface of the screw, and just file it back. So I file until I'm level with the block of wood. Until it doesn't take any more, and that gives me it's flush now, but it gives me a sharp edge to the screw, and that's what helps me get that definitive line. So now I back this out like that, and that's given me exactly what I need for, oops, put this back in here. That gives me what I need. I'm going to shape this now, show you how quickly and easily the shape comes. Back this out. So each corner I shape this way. Take off the bulk of the waste, like this. Little bit at a time. When here it gets hard, just go halfway, like this, or part way, should I say. Now if you've got a rasp like this, you can take this and shape it. If you don't have the rasp, just glue some sandpaper, double-sided tape with some coarse sandpaper to the edge of to the flat of the piece of wood, and use it in exactly the same way. So here, so I can take off the bulk this way till I get to this cross grain here, and I go a little bit at a time, back to the rasp, and that's how we shape the outside of this rasp, this block. Can you see we're getting the semicircle or the elliptical surface we need? Dead simple. And that's a useful tool, and actually I adapt these for all kinds of other applications too. This is the most basic of applications. So watch here. Last one now. This last bit is important, not to take too big of a bite. Just gradually do it. It's easier on your chisel, easier on your body, and easier on the wood. That's got my block shaped, it fits my hand. Surface rub, bake the corners. And that is the completed tool, and that will last you forever. You can use this, and you can keep sharpening this surface too. There is the poor man's beading tool, come marking gauge, come just about anything you can adapt it to. And I'm going to show you a couple of variations on this as well.